Next week around 5:20 is when you'll be able to get those Slipknot tickets from me. I'll also have more tickets for WWE Raw to give to you. And Wasp. Remember Wasp? They're doing their 40th anniversary tour. That will get them to the world-famous Agora in November. Wasp and Armored Saint, who I think still has John Bush in their ranks. He split a long time ago to front Anthrax for a minute, but then he went back to Armored Saint. So if you're more 80s oriented, Wasp and Armored Saint. We'll do Slipknot next week, WWE Monday Night Raw at the Romo Fijo in March. Just FYI, a little programming note for you. Cavaliers off tonight. They lose to the Bulls in Chicago last night. They'll be back here at home on Saturday to play the Thunder of Oklahoma City.
Not the one from down under.
Not the Thunder from down under, no. Not those half-naked dudes.
Australian dudes.
Right. Mary's out today, travel day. She will be back with us tomorrow, live from San Diego. And then all next week, she'll be with us live from L.A. Hey, Kaylee.
Hi, Alan.
What's up, Kaylee? How are you?
I'm tired. How are you?
Hanging in.
Right. Well, I called to talk about 9/11.
Oh.
Always with the good news, huh, Kaylee?
Is this when you hang up on me?
No, go ahead.
So this past anniversary of 9/11, for whatever reason, probably just being the 20th, I kind of realized that I had no idea really what had went on just because of my age, and for whatever reason, I decided to sit down and try and educate myself.
How old are you, Kaylee? I don't even know how old you are.
I'm 28.
Oh, you're a baby.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
sir.
Gotcha.
So I decided to just try and educate myself a little bit, and I found this documentary on, I think, it's Netflix, the National Geographic one.
It's not called Loose Change, is it?
It was on Hulu.
Hulu.
Oh, Hulu.
I think I
Okay,
watched that
whatever.
too, yeah.
One of those. But, after watching that, long story short, not only did I realize how little I had grasped about that day, but I almost felt guilty that I didn't really understand the severity of the situation or what had happened or what had went on that day. And I still struggle with the fact that, 9/11, never forget, and you kind of blow it off, and I had no idea. So
well, I mean, you were
7.
But also, in your defense, I wasn't all hip on Vietnam. I mean, all I knew, I was born in 71. My birth kept my dad from going to Vietnam because he'd gotten his papers. But other than that, I don't think anybody would blame an 8-year-old for not. Now, if you had never dug into it, that would be a little strange. But, listen, I remember when my son was in high school and my daughter was in the 8th grade, and they were telling me Bin Laden wasn't even the history books. They didn't know who Bin Laden was. So there were a lot of gaps in that, the retelling of that story.
Right. Yeah, it's almost like survivor guilt after an accident or something. But moving forward, a couple of months later, I'm on my way home from Detroit. I went there to see a show at L Club in Detroit.
Yeah.
So I'm coming through Toledo, and I'm right on the outside of it, and I'm in BFE. I've seen none of these places before, and I'm looking for somewhere to go to the bathroom because I've got to piss like a racehorse.
Easy one.
And there is no gas. Every gas station is claiming they either don't have a gas or a bathroom, or they're not open because of COVID. Every fast food restaurant, none of their lobbies are open. I'm like, I'm going to have to pee on the side of the road. So I pull off in Gibsonburg, which I don't know if nobody's ever heard of it, and it's a tiny, tiny town. And I'm looking for anywhere, and I see a sign that says park entrance. I'm like, public park. They probably got a baseball field or a porta potty somewhere. And I skirt into this little public park area, and there's this giant piece of metal just jetting out of the middle of the park with this little memoriam around it. I'm like, what the hell is that? And I walk up to it, and it's a piece of steel beam from one of the Twin Towers in the middle of a public park in like a one red light town in BFE, Ohio, right outside of Toledo. And
Who grabbed that and transported it to Ohio?
I guess there was a man from Gibsonburg driving his tractor trailer across the Washington Bridge as the plane hit the Twin Towers, and it was like donated to the city to put up in memoriam. And they have like this tiny little shrine in the middle of this park in the middle of nowhere in Ohio.
Did you pee on it?
It's very random. Yeah, you got to finish that peeing story. How did that culminate in?
You squat. That's what you do.
You squat. Sure.
But I was it's just the timing of it, and I don't know if anybody knows about that there's literally a piece of steel beam from one of the Twin Towers in the middle of Gibsonburg, Ohio, right outside of Toledo.
Here's the real moral of this story, is that if you ever go see a show at L Club, the beer is super cheap, and so you'll load up on it, and then you'll hit the road if you're from out of town, like Kaylee did, and you forget, oh my God, I got to take a whiz. I did not plan this out. So just go before you leave.
Yeah, so you can avoid your coming to Jesus moment at the 9/11 memorial.
There you go, right. But look at all of the introspection that spawned, Kaylee. There's nothing bad about that.
Right, and I could have used the porta potty, but the construction guys were working, and I didn't know if that was a great idea.
Right, you didn't want to port their potty. Okay, thank you, Kaylee.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks. There's Kaylee, who's remains 28, but is a bit more informed about some of that history there. Hey, Reed.
Hey, how are you?
What's going on, Reed?
I was going to give you another example of a 9/11 one that it came out right before 9/11, so they couldn't change it. But the Bouncing Souls, the Pride of New Jersey, How I Spent My Summer Vacation came out in 2011. On the back of the album, you can Google image it.
2001, you mean?
You got the, what's that?
You said 2011, 2001.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. And on the back of it, you could see the Twin Towers crumbling, and it was already out at that point, so there was nothing they could really do about it. And Bill, hilarious story about your daughter. I am a huge fan of Show Me Where the Sun Sets.
Show me where the sun sets.
Love you guys. Hate the show.
Okay, hey, thanks, Reed. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I had that album, that Bouncing Souls album.
How I Spent My Summer Vacation.
Yeah. I don't know if I had it legally. I might have, and there was some naps. No, I think it did. I think I purchased it.
I'm being told that Medina has a memorial steel beam as well.
And that's where Kaylee lives. You should know that, Kaylee.
She went all the way to Gibsonburg on their way back from Detroit. Also, not to put too fine a point on it, the mascot of the Pittsburgh Steelers is Steely McBeam, which is, of course, in honor of the World Trade Center.
Is it? I feel like it's not.
But there are a lot of those pieces, I think, throughout the country too. I don't know. There's a piece in Mayfield Village. People are telling me there's an I-beam from the Twin Towers at the Lakewood Fire Department.
We have one at the Lorain County JVS. That was right.
Was that where you went to school? Your vocational school?
That was my vocational school, and I remember my carpentry teacher was telling me we're getting a steel beam from the World Trade Center, and I just looked.
So they were just like distributing these?
Yeah, I was like, why? I was like, why? They brought it in on like a truck, and it had flags attached to the truck, and then everybody was out when it came and delivered. Everyone stood still and saluted.
That makes sense.
And I was just like, so I haven't been back. This was like right around the time I was getting ready to graduate, so I don't know if I actually saw the monument set up. It was in one of our labs, like on display. And people could go in there and look at it, but the monument was not set up. They were going to use that for the monument. I think our school had a hand in it.
So nobody mistook it for like a welding class assignment or anything?
You could not mistake it. It was completely
charred and distorted.
I think I had pictures. I have pictures of it somewhere. I think it's on like my old high school laptop.
There's a steel beam at the Shoppies at Parma, somebody says. Oh. Is it still Shoppies? I know it used to be Parma Town Mall. Is it still the Shoppies?
I believe it's still the Shoppies.
I haven't been out there in a long time.
Yeah, I rarely get to Parma these days.
Ron Swanson has World Trade Center steel in his office.
That's right.
Hey, Jason. Hello, Jason. Is this Jason?
Yeah, this is he.
What's up, Jason?
Not much. I've just been hearing you talk about the World Trade Center, and I got a little upset about it, actually. I saw them come down.
Yeah.
I have a girlfriend that was 2 blocks away from it.
Yeah.
It's not funny, man. I
Jason, who's laughing?
don't.
I flew out the day before. I didn't see him come down, but I flew out the day before.
I listen to Rovers Morning Glory every morning.
What's that got to do with me?
I've
Well,
never
who's laughing?
I've never listened to you before.
Oh, I see.
This is the actual first time I've listened to you.
Right.
But you sound arrogant, is all.
Well, you got that. You
Yeah,
nailed that, man.
you nailed that, Jason.
On
Yeah.
the head.
But Jason, you're not answering my question. Who's laughing?
No one is laughing.
So what made you so angry? You said it's not funny, and so we've established no one's laughing. So you got angry. Why?
Okay. No. I didn't say anyone was laughing.
You said it's not funny, and so that led me to ask
what's.
what's.
Anyone was laughing? You're telling me I said somebody was laughing.
Jason, if you say it's not funny, that implies that people are making jokes.
There's the arrogant part. Listen to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
You've been talking about the World Trade Center for like an hour.
No, but go ahead.
About a half hour. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like,
Well, I mean, time is a thing, Jason. So if we're going to be okay, go ahead.
okay. Do I have to keep track of time? I just came back from a COVID test and I broke my back. So
Okay, so now we're getting to why you're pissed off. It's got nothing to do with me. You got a lot of other weird.
No. Don't blame it on that.
You got. Oh, okay. So you feel good about the broken back? You happy with the broken back?
Hey, look at Jason Little, Liddle, Boston Marathon, 2 hours 50 minutes. Can you run that damn thing that fast?
Jason, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You were calling me about 9/11. I don't care about the Boston Marathon. Why are you upset?
I do, because that's what I care about. I care about that because I broke my back and I have to run again.
How did you? You don't have to run again, Jason, if you broke your back. How did you break your back?
I do.
Okay. How did you break your back?
Also kind of arrogant.
How did you break your back, Jason?
I wrecked my car on the way to work.
Okay.
Hydroplaning because of the stupid.
Okay. Okay.
The lane assist thing on steering around the corner.
Yeah.
I drive 75 miles to work every day.
When did this happen? How recently?
December 29th.
Oh, of this past year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Again, Jason, sorry to hear that. What's any of that got to do with me? You're dipping in here for the first time ever, and you're coming at me like you got no idea what's going on. Why are you pissed off at me?
I think he has PTSD because
I
his girl's
just
by the
don't like the 9/11 comments.
You don't like the comments? We got people calling and telling stories.
It's telling stories, but it sounded almost like you were laughing about it.
Jason, you just told me nobody was laughing. You just agreed with me that no one was laughing. So which is it?
I exactly said that. But
Jason, did you break your head in that crash too, or what?
The way you talk is arrogant.
Says you and me and Bill and Poundcake. But so what? You're making it real easy for me, Jason.
And you're the one bragging about how fast you can run a marathon.
And you called me. I don't know who you are. You called me.
Run a marathon.
I'm never going to run a marathon.
Cares?
I have a car. Doesn't hydroplane.
Yeah. All right, listen, Jason, I got to go here, but I hope you feel better, pal.
Douche.
Okay, thank you, Jason. I got to give you some money here. Good luck with the broken back or whatever. Get that lane assist fixed. It's $1,000. Chance for you to go fund yourself. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword THANKS at WMMS.com. That's thanks. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Dude's coming at me like QAnon Kelly did last week.
Right. There's always
Tell me how
one.
Bob Saget's a pedophile or something because she doesn't like Bob Saget.
Right. And we can trace. Here's what happened. We talked about the Wikipedia, the depths of Wikipedia. It had something about Clear Channel having songs that they suggested not playing
after 9/11.
After 9/11. And then it led to us kind of all recollecting, especially Poundcake kind of went into depth as being so young, not really knowing what was going on. That led to Kaylee calling in, telling her experience of how she wanted to know more about it. And then,
if anybody
what do you want? And no one's making jokes about that the whole time. This show has been laugh-free most of the day. So calm down, Jason.
By the way, when did a Rover listener get such a thin skin?
Right.
I don't know what to tell you, but congrats on the marathon. Drunk Sue.
Hey, baby.
How you doing?
Yeah, and she broke her back last year, and she's fine.
She's thugging it out.
She
didn't
done,
even want to go to the
thugging it out.
hospital about it.
She's done 2 marathons since then.
Why?
She didn't even want to go to the hospital about it. She's like, I'll walk it off.
She called me pissing and moaning? No.
Nope. My back is just fine and hunky-dory.
Yeah, well.
Jason, boy.
Maybe he needs a
Get
couple
up
of.
off
He needs
your
a
boots.
4 Loco IV
Pull
like you got.
yourself up off the bootstraps and get on.
Bootstraps. Listen, I don't know his story, but he's coming to me like I got something to do with it.
He was all over the place.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know, but you know what? He sounds like a crybaby to me.
Well, he's dealing with some stuff. I get it, but
That's fine.
And
Yeah.
I know, it sucks. When you break your back, it sucks. Believe me.
I'll have to take your word for it.
is it because you? No, that's your mother's back.
Ah.
You step on a crack.
No,
I don't know. Mark Mothersbaugh taught me about all that. So everything I know about spinal
don't go
injuries came from.
outside.
All right. Thank you, Sue. I don't know what the hell is going on here.
Sue.
Sometimes she needs to be. I'll put on my arrogant hat.
Yeah.
Sue over here doesn't know how to have a conversation.
This bitch has the telly on in the background.
I didn't know if that was us or.
No,
if it was,
it's her telly.
I see. Her telly.
She's watching her pictures.
Watch the pictures as they fly through the air. That's right. Well, I'll chalk it up to the painkillers, right?
Yeah.
That's probably not.
You know, do we have?
You see that reporter get hit by a car, by the way?
What? No.
Did you see that reporter get hit by a car? Okay, so this has gone viral today, too. This girl she's going to Pittsburgh, by the way. A little backstory here. So this girl is doing a field report from, I guess, what is a slick or rainy or snowy intersection or something. And it's her she mentions it's her last week on the job.
Oh, no.
In like Bufu, West Virginia or
Supposed
something.
to retire the next day.
Right.
I'm getting too old for the shrimp.
They do a live hit from her. The guy and the poor guy in the studio is taking all this heat, but he can't see her. He can only hear her.
Right.
So people are like, this guy doesn't even care. And they're like, do you guys know how this works? Anyway.
They don't. Nobody knows how it
No.
works. They
So
don't
this
know.
girl is in her last week at work in West Virginia, okay?
That was rough.
She's got a new gig. She's only 25. She has a new gig in Pittsburgh. She's going to go work for Channel 4. So nice, move for her. Name's Tori Yorgi. Great name. Tori Yorgi. Just as he throws it to her, a car slides behind her and knocks her into the camera. They call them MMJs. They give them a fancy name, multimedia journalist. But it basically means the television stations send their reporters out now, and they got to do everything themselves. Especially in smaller markets, been a lot of big ones too. They got to set up their own camera. They got to do their own sound. They don't send a cameraman out with you anymore. So they call them. I remember years ago when I first got to Cleveland, Fox 8 was doing a piece on me, and they sent some poor woman out. It looked like she'd been in the business for 100 years. And she's hauling her camera and her tripod and her boom mic. I'm like, what is this nonsense? Anyway, this girl, the guy throws it to her just as you got to watch it.
It's crazy.
Playing the audio won't do much, but she pops back up like a champ. Talk about you're a week away from a new gig, and you go viral for this.
Now we're starting to experience, unfortunately, in freeze-thaw, we see this, water main breaks.
Got hit by a car, but I'm okay. I just got hit by a car, but I'm okay, Tim.
That's the first for you on TV, Jory.
Woo! We're all good. I'm okay. Yeah, that's live TV for you. It's all good. I actually got hit by a car in college, too.
Okay, she handles it better than a champ.
Yeah.
She's like, this isn't the first time I've been hit by a car.
I'm gonna sue
happened
ya.
in college too.
They always
This
go,
is
it's
old.
live
This is
TV
nothing."
for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I got hit by a car in college too.
Yeah.
For you, it's all good. I actually got hit by a car in college too, just like that.
Wow.
I am so glad I'm okay.
Yeah.
You're okay. You're okay. We're all good. This is
This poor girl's got to set her camera back up because there's no one there. You know, normally a cameraman would be like, hey, watch out, there's a car. No one else there. She doesn't know what's going on.
what? It's one
sure
woman
you're
band.
okay, Tori?
We're good, Tim. Ma'am,
sure you're
you
okay?
are so sweet and you are okay. It is all good. You know, oh Lord.
So you
You know, it's my last week on the job, and I think this would happen.
So you were bumped
specifically
in.
to me, Tim.
Were you bumped down low, Tori, or were you hit up high? I couldn't really tell from the looking.
It was like the car was turning and the
Yeah.
driver's side mirror just slams into her and she goes face first into the camera.
I don't even. Do you know if I was bumped down low or up high, sir?
just saw you disappear
I don't
out
even
of the
know.
screen.
I don't even know, Tim. My whole life just flashed before my eyes. But this is live TV and everything's okay. I thought I was in a safe spot, but clearly we might need to move the camera over a bit.
Yeah.
So let me do that while I'm
You're
thinking
in
of it.
now. Just to set you stage
you
for
know?
you once again, Tori's in an area right now where there's been a water main break, so there are emergency vehicles around there, and a lot of times what we have seen in those kind of situations are when emergency vehicles are around. There's a lot of confusion from people about drivers about where to go. So it's possible
People
that's
get
what happened
distracted
there.
a little bit.
Yeah. Tori, you didn't even see
Oh
the car
God,
coming.
that woman.
Yeah, her last week on the job there in Dunbar, West Virginia. She got a big new gig in Pittsburgh. She's young, man. She's 25. She's been in West
25,
Virginia for 3 years.
Imagine being known for the girl that the reporter that got hit by a car.
But she's a pro. Like, she was getting all these accolades and attaboys from people in the business. They're like, oh, my God, she got right back up.
She
and
handled it.
Didn't miss
She's
a
okay.
beat. Yeah.
I
It's
think
a wild video, though.
I sent you the audio of her getting hit by a car in college. It was a little more painful.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me find it here. I think I've got it.
Yeah.
Um,
This one, she got a little.
It took her a little. It took her a little.
It was an Italian fest.
longer to get. Yeah.
You can hear the
up
music.
from that one. Oh boy. Anyway, we're glad she's okay. And, Mazel tov on the new gig. All right, I got to take a break here. You want to get a text for anything? 35192. You can listen on the iHeartRadio app.